Well, it's been a while, at least for these streaming Sundays. I figured I'd see about starting some of these up again, gauge the reaction based upon some of the notes and comments I've had from the last, this upcoming, I should say, event. The question in the registration was, would you watch a show for this, or at least for web content, web series with technology? It's what the original streaming Sundays were going to be all about. Interviews with people, new technology, things with the web news, new tags or new technologies that are being released, as well as tips, tutorials, walkthroughs, and challenges. That's the original intent of Streaming Sunday, and I'd like to see about bringing that back. Hopefully, be able to create a bit more buzz around it, especially now that we're doing a lot more with video, streaming the events. A lot more people have been subscribing to the account. So now that we're getting more content and more valuable content, or at least I hope, I see if we can start this back up, create some engagement, and get you guys both on screen in some cases where you guys want to, as well as your work out there. So with that being said, welcome back. It's been about a 2-3 month hiatus, but I think we'll see about doing these every week or every other week, pending obviously if there is content for this, as well as if there is continued reaction and response. So out there, I know you hear it from every YouTube channel, but comments make a difference. As for the thumbs up, quite frankly, I don't care. You could thumbs up, you could thumbs down, whatever you want. The key with the group, and like that intro says, it's your web community. If you want this to continue and you want more content out there, I just need to know what you want. So on to the valuable content, or at least for the first one, an introduction, little snippets, and a heads up for this coming one, or this coming event, October. I should know this offhand, but I want to say it's actually going to be October 25th at the TV Ontario office at Yonge and Eglinton. If you aren't able to join us, please stick close to this YouTube page. We're going to be live streaming the whole thing, barring any bandwidth concerns and problems. I'm actually going in tomorrow to discuss with the network team and the IT team at TVO to see whether or not they have the capacity, which I don't doubt that they do, as like even I'm doing this from home. I've downgraded the video to 720, but I should be able to do 1080 both here and there, but I don't think we'll have a problem. We'll be able to stream it from them. Worst comes to worst, we do have an LTE dongle directly from Rogers Buzz and Rogers Communication, so thanks to them. I've been using that at several events to make sure that I'm tweeting, to make sure that obviously the HTML Toronto group has a good presence there, both socially, interacting online and whatnot. So again, big thanks to them. They're not on the website, but for the streaming Sundays, I do want to give a shout out to them, as they have been providing bandwidth for streaming as well as any type of social stuff at events. So it's thanks to them. Couple things I wanted to go over, I guess, what's going on in this city. If you are watching this, one of the things that is going to be happening over the course of the next couple of months is a couple of FITC events. We're going to be giving away a single ticket this Friday. But to those of you who have been paying attention to this video and are watching this, if you make a comment down below, I don't care what it is, or actually, I leave it to you and what you want to do, either comment or tweet, because I don't want to be forcing either one to you, at least not yet. See how it goes. And talking about the Streaming Sunday with the hashtag HTML5TO and the hashtag Streaming Sunday, you'll be entered to win one of the tickets to the FITC Advanced JavaScript event that's coming up in November. I believe it's November, if I'm not mistaken. Is Spotlight Advanced JavaScript is actually December 7th. So if you are available for that, bunch of great lined up speakers. In fact, the JavaScript Toronto organizer, who I'll be mentioning in a little bit, is now one of the speakers who is really good at presenting. He came in to let you know he was one of those people that we had in for the Spotlight. Sorry, not the Spotlight, not our event Spotlights. The the JavaScript controlled quadcopter. So that video is obviously in our archives. We had that at Mars earlier on this year. He's going to be there, as well as Nick, who is our presenter at the end of this week on Friday, is also one of the presenters, and he was also at Screens this year and saved, well, I'm not going to say saved FITC, but stepped in and really helped them out by coming in and talking about AngularJS there when one of the presenters had to cancel last minute. So there's a bunch of stuff and a bunch of news. HTML Toronto is working really closely with FITC recently. We recently did, if anybody is out there and they're interested, a video for freelance developers and designers, legal stuff. So if you guys don't know, or if you're interested in that, there is a link. I'll put it down in the doobly-doo for that. But yes, make a comment to this. And again, this is more because I'm trying to see the reaction, engage the responses, more than I'm also looking for valuable comments, but who's paying attention to this, to win a ticket for that. So on to, I guess I keep saying that, on to valuable content. This group, the HTML Toronto group, I'm going to be completely honest. I'm trying to make this a close to full-time thing where I'm creating content specifically for you guys, right? I want this to be tutorials, tips, articles, links, resources, interviews, all for you guys to see, interact, engage, and learn from. I'm working with a couple of companies right now, a couple of organizations who are completely on board with us on this. Web Not War, who have completely revamped their idea and mentality of working with communities. I don't know if you guys are aware, they've been a sponsor, but they've done some interesting things over the past 6 to 12 months, really, after they came on board. That's nothing against the people who we were working with. In fact, great teams and great individuals we were working with, but a mandate came down for when Windows 8 launched, you got to build these web applications and go build and build and build and build and build. I had some very strong words, as well as several other people did, with Web Not War, at least the leadership team there, about how you can't really force people to do that because you're going to have these massive onslaught of bad applications. Sure enough, that's what ended up happening. There was a big backlash. I don't know how much you would know, but there's backlash community-wide, different groups. Not going to name names because everybody who, on the Microsoft side and the community side, were all in agreement, but the uppers at the upper levels didn't really agree with a lot of that stuff. So they revamped the thing. They revamped their whole position. They're going to be focusing more on just providing support for communities more so than applications, because they believe now, and seeing the result of this, that quality applications will come. So there's a few things that LearnToronto.org is working with them on, that we're going to be working with them on. So expect to see some stuff in the future from them, including we're going to be creating likely some content to go on the Web Not War site that is all about properly doing things like open data or APIs or building semantically content-rich websites and pages. So look for those. And if you have any content that you'd like to have posted there, please, by all means, reach out. I can either directly connect you to them. We can see about setting you up with a broadcast or a setup very similar to this, or even this exactly, to get you onto some of these sites and some of this content to create some videos for educating others. This is not limited to anybody. If you're a beginner and you have an idea, I'm completely not only willing but wanting to work with you on creating this content, because we'll obviously populate, but we want to make sure that the community is getting highlighted. So yes, if you're an intermediate, if you're a beginner, if you're an advanced and you have ideas, please get them to us. We want to get content out there for you guys. We want to get content on the HTML Toronto site, because it is your community. Anyway, that being said, I think I'm going to wrap it up for tonight. It's only been about 10 minutes, I know. I'd like to keep these streaming Sundays a bit short. Next week or the week after, I will be posting again a secondary video or another video to this, and I will likely have a bit of a competition as well as a walkthrough for you. I'm going to see about putting something together for that, just to create some form of, hey, you should be doing this, or try doing this, or have you thought of doing this? As kind of a snippet and an introduction. I'd recommend taking a look at doing something completely out there, completely outlandish, with JavaScript or CSS or just flat HTML, and try to avoid using jQuery. It's been a lot of There's been a lot of talk recently of how, although jQuery is absolutely phenomenal and it's helped developers for years and years and years, I wish I knew it when I first started. It's been finding it, developers have been finding it to be very, very slow in doing even the simplest things anymore. So I've been trying to cut it out myself, and I'm challenging you guys. Let's see what type of creative thing you can do with JavaScript or JavaScript application or another project if you want, without using jQuery or a third-party library. As an example, and I'll post a link down to this in the description, one of the JavaScript things I'm trying to put together for the next Back to Basics event is a Duck Hunt style JavaScript web application. And you can go to that at htmltoronto.ca/Mallard Mayhem. Again, link will be in the doobly-doo. Go check that out. See some of the code. Dive into it. You'll notice that I'm trying to use at least one feature or different aspects from different things, different object types, arrays, and whatnot. So I'll have some content, obviously, to provide during that Back to Basics. But let's see what you guys can build. Anyway, have a great time, and I will see you guys next time.